In this video, we will develop a C language program for implementation of polynomial evaluation using linked list. So already we have done this using array. Now I will show you how we can represent a polynomial and also how to evaluate this one. And one more thing, addition of two polynomials will be a student exercise. You have to do it. So let us start a new project and call it as polynomial linked list. So poly LL I have given and the language is C language. Create a project. This is the main function. I'll clear off these comments. Now for representation of polynomial, we have already seen the node structure. So I will define a node structure for a polynomial. It needs a coefficient. So I can take a coefficient as integer or float, whatever it is. So I have taken integer here and an exponent. The next is a pointer to next node. Then for representing a polynomial, I should have a pointer of type polynomial. So I will call this as poly. Instead of first, I am taking a pointer as poly and let it be initially null. Then how to create this one? I should be able to create it. So here let us write one function for creating a polynomial by taking input from the keyboard. So I will call the function name as create. This function will access a polynomial, this pointer globally. So here we will take the terms. Each term will take a coefficient and exponent and create a term, and each time we will be adding a new term at the end of a linked list. So for that I need some temporary variable, that is pointers. So I will take pointers struct node, a pointer for creating a new node and a pointer to point on last node. And also I have to take integer variables like the number of terms. For number of terms I'll declare the variable. Anyway, when we use these variables, you can understand why I have declared these variables. Now first of all, we should know how many terms are there. Printf enter number of terms. So I'll give a message and ask how many terms are there. Then whatever the number of terms are there, we will take it in a variable num. That is, num will have the number of terms. So as the number of terms are given here, I should create those many terms and prepare a polynomial. Now I have to do this in a loop, so I can use a for loop. So for that I have declared a variable I. Then next I'll give a message printf enter each term with coefficient and exponent. So we'll be taking all the terms by taking their coefficients and exponent. And using for loop, I'll do that for I assign 0 and I is less than number of terms and I plus plus. For each term, I should create a node and store the coefficient and exponent in that node. So for that, I will first create a new node. Now node is created, then I should read the data, that is coefficient and exponent. So using scanf, I will read two values, that is coefficient and exponent. So inside t's coefficient and t's exponent. Then now I have to link this node in a linked list. So first of all, I will make t's next as null because it's going to be a last node. Then I have to link it. So either it may be a first node or I have to insert it after last. So first of all, I will check that if poly is equals to null means it's a first node. If it's the first node, then poly should point on, that is the first pointer should point on t, as well as last pointer should also point on t. So I'll make both of them point on that first node. Otherwise, it has to be inserted as a last node. So for last node, I should say last next assign t and last should point on t. That's enough. So this will create a polynomial. So this will create a new node and insert it at a last node. Then I should have a function for displaying a polynomial. So I will write function here for displaying polynomial void display struct node pointer p. It will take a pointer, then it will print all of the terms in a polynomial. So while p print all of them. So printf percentile d, then x, then in percentile d, then plus for showing the next term. I'll remove spaces in between them. Then here I should display p's coefficient as well as p's exponent. That's all. Then after this, p should move on to next node. That's all. At the end, I should give a line gap, so for proper formatted display. So that's it. I have a function for creating a polynomial by adding term by term and then displaying all the terms. So just inside the main function, I should call a function create, which doesn't take any arguments, and I should write a function display, which should take a polynomial as a parameter. Let us run this program. Here it is asking for terms, so I will say 4 terms. Now I should enter coefficient and exponent. So coefficient is 2 and exponent is 3. Then coefficient is 2, exponent is 2, coefficient is 2 and exponent is 1, coefficient 2 and exponent is 0. So these are the 4 terms. So I got 2x to the power of 3 plus 2x to the power of 2 plus 2x to the power of 1 and 2x to the power of 0. Yes, it's perfect. Here I got 2 warnings because of malloc function and the last which may be not initialized. So I should declare it as assign with null. I am initializing it. Then also I should include header file, that is stdlib.h. Now let us write a function for evaluation of polynomial. So I will write a function called eval. So return type is integer, or I can make it as long because the value may be little bigger. Struct node pointer to a polynomial. This will take a parameter. And also I should pass a value for which I want to evaluate, that is the value of x. Now for evaluation, I may be getting a longer value, that is larger value. So I will declare a variable val as long, where I will get the result of a polynomial in this variable. Now for scanning through a polynomial linked list, I should have a while loop, then while I should evaluate the terms and I should store them or add them to this val variable. So for terms, p's coefficient is multiplied with x to the power of exponent. So I should call the function power with x comma p's exponent, and p should move to next node. That's it. So instead of displaying, I'm evaluating them and storing the result in val. Then finally it should return the result, that is val. Now inside main function, I will call this val function. Then here I will call eval function and directly I will print its result. So printf percentile ld, because it's going to return a long value, and also I'll give a new line. Then next I should call eval function. For that I will send a pointer to a polynomial, that is to a first node, and the value of x I will pass it as 1. So whatever the coefficients I am giving, I should get the sum of the coefficient if the value of x is 1. Let us run. Now I will enter the number of terms, that is 4 terms. Now coefficient is 3 and the power is 5, coefficient is 2, power is 4, coefficient is 2, power is 3, coefficient is 2 and the power is 0. Now if you see, we are evaluating it based on the value of x as 1. Yes, value of x is 1. When x is 1, then I should get the result, that is sum of the coefficient, that is 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So that is 9. I should get the result as 9. So let us check. Yes, I got the result as 9. It's perfect. Then you can try with different values and check it. So that's all with this evaluation of polynomial. So we have seen various functions here, that is representation of polynomial we have seen, then creation of a polynomial by taking the inputs, and display function and evaluation function, and this value should be initialized to 0. That's all. So practice this program.